we are creating an application, mobile application for COPD management. As we know, COPD now is very common diseases that can be prevented and treated by persistent airflow limitation. But we have to know that the COPD also have to be well managed by the not only doctors but also the patients themselves. So how to control this disease by the patient themselves, it becomes a very majority problems in all of the world. Like we see here in China, the COPD grading diagnosis and treatment technique document is mentions that private layer played three major roles in the management of COPD. First, early screening of high-risk groups, like early screening and early diagnosis of COPD. Second, stability, long-term standardized management of patients with COPD. Third, if patients with COPD have any symptoms such as poor control, comorbidities, and drug intolerance, they should be referred for treatment. So here, our goal is to build an app, identify symptoms of COPD as it is often misdiagnosed, and the app should also provide management options as well as scheduling as reminders. So this is our goal. And we think this can be very helpful to prevent the COPD onwards. So now our team includes 4 people here. First one is our team manager, Zhi Huajing. She is the general manager and drafts reports, managing all the project procedures and test applications. Here, for now, the presenter, me, Zhishun Wang. I'm mainly responsible for help to manage the project, to help Zhi Huajing, and also draft the reports, presentations, and tests. Also some product design stuffs. And as for Yapeng Ding, he's the main developer of our team. He develops the app and deploy a server so we can use that. And then Hua Chen, he's a QA of our team, which makes sure every step is made correctly, and also draft the reports or the manage steps. So what's happening now in the industry in China, especially in healthcare? Like healthcare, we have a lot of big companies like Tencent and Ali. Tencent and Ali, they are not only concentrating on the social and mobile payment, they also put their efforts on the AI technologies in medical areas. So they are the big players in the industry, and they are doing a lot of AI applications, especially screening for cancer diseases. Also, here, what we're talking about, COPD, this kind of disease, because we have to have a long-term management tool for us to manage the disease. And also, we got some other small company, but they got a very strong background, like Chain Image Medical and Sun AI. They are focusing on some specific areas, especially for some tumor diagnosis, CT images processing, those things. So for our COPD, in China, we already have some similar applications. Now,
despite many excellent COPD guidelines or strategy documents, evidence suggests that COPD care is still not optimal for many patients, and most patients do not follow the guideline for treatment. The large number of patients feel that treatment did not adequately control their condition or was not enough support to help them properly manage their condition. And from the aspect of healthcare providers, The potential gaps could be lack of access to a case manager and a self-management program, or improper treatment initiation and escalation, failure to address smoking cessation. And from the aspect of patients, the potential gaps could be poor adherence to treatment, poor ability to recognize the signs and symptom of an exacerbation. And in this slide, I wanted to discuss about how do users think about such apps. For such management apps for COPD, from our research, we find out many patients perceive significant potential to help manage their condition, like acquire educational knowledge, like material about the condition, or new medications, address feelings of fear and panic associated with exacerbation, maintain control of the information, to make connections with the data, but also to be alerted when a possible exacerbation occurs. But at the same time, many patients concerns about the risk that the personal information could be leaked and abused by some firms or organizations. And in this slide, I show that in the Gantt diagram that we have 4 stages for the development of the project, and we have completed all the stages.
The following is a demonstration of our COPD management system. After inputting the patient name and password, you come to the patient portal. There are 4 major functions. On the first page, there is the first function called patient education. You can see news, exercise, and Q&A sections. There are articles curtailed to shorter lengths to help patients understand more easily. The second part is the health questionnaire. It is adapted from a classical COPD risk diagnosis survey. So if you have really high score in this questionnaire, the system will remind you to make an appointment. Then comes the third function, doctor reservation. There are 3 doctors available, and you can choose all the available times as you wish to meet your doctor. Now you have made your reservation, you can still cancel it. Canceling it will still leave a record on the page. Now comes to the fourth part, health record management. You can input your daily health conditions, and all these records will be left in the health record history for further reference. One thing worth mentioning is that all these pages are clickable. Clicking on the exercise page will lead you to the exercise articles. After logging out, there is an admitter box in which administrators can update you with articles. Next, we will see the doctor portal. There is a schedule section in which doctors can see all their appointments. So that's it for future plans and opportunities. You know that this is a comprehensive app. We want to serve both patients and doctors. So the first point we come up with is the discussion forum for patients. The second one is the visualization of health record. The third part is interactive quizzes and videos. Last but not least, we may wish to develop more functions in the doctor portal for improvements. That's all for the presentation. Thank you for listening.